Hello again, everybody. Welcome to our OCVarsity Gridiron Extra. Steve Fryer here with Carlos Arias. Carlos, we're going to take a look at what happened on Sunday when they announced all the playoff pairings. We got kind of surprised by a couple teams that made it as at-large teams. I don't think we kind of expected Tesoro to make it at 7-3. Were you kind of shocked by that?
Yeah, I was doing all those playoff scenarios, so I was really looking at all these leagues in the Pac-5, and I thought for sure that the at-large team was going to come from the Sarah League.
Yeah.
Crespi's over there. They had an incredible battle in that league, and I thought for sure it was going to be them.
Well, one of them did make it, Bishop Amat, and I thought, well, they can take two from the Sarah League, because to me, the Sarah League was the best team, the best league, rather, in the Pac-5 division, and this is how they ranked them. They ranked them Trinity League number 1, South Coast number 2, Marmonte number 3, that's up there where Oaks Christian and St. Bonaventure, those schools are, Sarah, Bishop Amat, Loyola, Crespi, Alemany, etc., number 4 and number 5, the Moore League with Long Beach Paul, and then a bunch of teams that are, not kind of shaky right now. So I thought the Sarah League was a better league top to bottom as well. I was kind of surprised to see that too. But that was somewhat of a factor. But also, guys, they looked at Tesoro's overall schedule.
You know what? I want to tell you this too right now. Early in the year, I thought Tesoro was going to be a real threat in the playoffs. Yeah. They had 2 fourth-quarter rallies against Heart of Newhall and Chaparral of Temecula, and they look like a darn good team. I mean, those are teams right now. Heart of Newhall is one of the top teams in its division. Chaparral is a big-time contender. So those early victories really helped bolster Tesoro's record, even though they had that 3-game losing streak.
Yeah, and not only did they have a 3-game losing, but a lot of craziness happened. Coach Brian Barnes was ousted from his position as football head coach at Tesoro High School. You may have seen the video that we shot that's kind of controversial of this wild hit on the kicker, kind of an unprotected kicker on the opening kickoff, the Tesoro El Toro game a few weeks back. So there's a lot of stuff going on, a little investigation that maybe Tesoro football was using an online program to recruit kids from the Inland Empire. That's kind of a no-no in CIF rules. So a lot of stuff circling this team. Now, can Tesoro get it together? Now, they got to play a tough team. They got to play St. John Bosco at Bosco, not a fun place to play.
Yeah, and Bosco, as we know, is undefeated on the field this year. They had to forfeit 4 games earlier in the season. Wow, I don't know if they can pull it all together. That's a lot of turmoil they're going through, or as Mitt Romney would say, some tumult. Yeah. But, that's a lot to get together. I don't think they can pull it all together.
They were 7-3. A team with a reverse record, 3-7. Beckman made it as the only at-large berth took the only large berth that was available in the CIF Southern Section Southern Division and All Orange County Division. Beckman at 3-7, Carlos. You know the scenarios. How'd they get in?
Yeah, I'll tell you right now, they got in because of the strength of the Pacific Coast League. Last year, as we know, Pacific Coast League teams went deep into the playoffs. They're not giving any credit to any of the other leagues in that division. They're saying it's all about the Pacific Coast League. So, hey, why not Beckman?
Yeah, and so what happened was you had a 3-way tie for third and then a bunch of coin flips or fourth or something?
Yeah, it was a 3-way tie for third, and that's what happened. It was coin flip time.
Well, the heads or tails can sure do it for you, and it'd be very interesting to see what happens in that division. I'm just going to say something real quick about that division, Carl, before I forget. Garden Grove High School.
I know. You know what? Garden Grove, just a couple years ago, they went all the way and took the championship. But, I'm really looking at Laguna Beach as a dark horse in there. Drake Martinez can score running, receiving, special teams. I mean, the guy is a monster. So I'm looking at them to kind of sneak up on everybody.
And, one guy can make a difference in the Southern Division. Speaking of Garden Grove, we saw that with Josh Webb a couple of years ago. One guy did make a difference in the playoffs.
And last week, Drake Martinez did like Spider-Man. He did like a flip into the end zone too. So yeah, he's that one guy.
Yeah, there's a lot of flipping going on all over the place in the CIF Southern Section playoffs. So that's what we kind of think. That's what we kind of take a look at about who made these playoffs, who didn't. All right, so you're in, you're out. It doesn't matter anymore because you're in. It's time to win here at OCVarsity.com, where we've got you covered.